Hey folks, Dave the Not So Evil Evil Viking 13 here, and I am back with another Fallout 4 settlement tour with Joel.
Hey, friends.
You awake there, Joel?
More like Fallout loot buddies.
Yeah, we are Fallout buddies. I mean, I bought you a loot watch, so there's that. Today's build is going to be CROUP Manor, and this is a quick look at the unmodified CROUP Manor. Joel always asks, did you do that, and that, and that? And the answer is always yes. So here is how wrecked this building is when you first unlock it. This is totally unmodified. This place is absolutely destroyed. And it's actually, like, the main manor itself is really just unusable in this state. There's holes in the floors everywhere. It's just, like, I wouldn't live here. Would you live here, Joel?
Yeah, actually, I probably would. I'd be totally fine.
One of my favorite things to do for all of these settlement builds is to actually make use of the existing like structures though. I love using all the pre-war stuff. So even where you see these giant holes in the roof here, that'll be important in just a bit once we go to my version of the settlement, because when I first started working on what I'm going to call the CROUP Manor Hotel, I started by fixing this entire house up, sealing every hole and every gap by hand. Additionally, like all of my settlement builds so far, no cheats were used for the junk items needed to build this settlement. I either looted all of the materials for this or purchased them via the material shipments from traders in places like Diamond City. Thankfully, my Empire of Settlements makes me plenty of caps, so I can just purchase a lot of these supplies. Okay, Joel, so on previous videos we've seen some pretty ridiculous settlements. You think you're ready for this?
Yeah, I think so.
We have Fortress Sanctuary, right? Which is the main,
yeah.
I want to live there settlement. We have the Red Rocket Detention Center, which is where all the bad people are detained. But way out here on the East Coast at CROUP Manor, what we have is the CROUP Manor Hotel. It's a way station for travelers, and it's divided into tiers based on those Minutemen background checks. So you're out here wandering, you got some loot, but it's starting to get dark. You want a place to settle down for the night. Come on down to CROUP Manor Hotel.
Oh, gosh.
And it's difficult to tell because I'm actually pretty far away right now, but that is 6 stories tall, in addition to the manor and the courtyard. And it has an elevator, a working elevator.
Just turn around, Dave. Just turn around. Just go.
My frame rate hit 24 there for a second from 60.
Oh my god.
So General Dave's gonna head on over here to the main road, and we're gonna come on up to the CROUP Manor Hotel courtyard. So we talked about last time, right? Like the background checks you have to get into Sanctuary. Well, yeah. Let's say you can't afford the background check, and you just need to maybe trade some supplies and bed down for the night. Well, we've got you set up here. Protected by the Minutemen. CROUP.
Question. Have you not gotten out of that same outfit, Dave, at all?
I use different outfits for doing quests and stuff. But settlements, I wear the Minutemen outfit because I'm the general.
Whoa, this looks cool.
The outer courtyard here is for everyone. This is where you can come in and just basically pick up supplies and food and rest for a bit before you head out. No background check required.
Oh my gosh.
When you first come in, there's a shotgun protecting the inside of the gate, and there's a place where you can put your bounties or pick up a bounty for the road, as well as some notices and stuff like that.
Wait, where do you pick up the bounty? Right here?
Right here.
Like, okay, just those on the wall. Okay.
Yep. And of course, you gotta have the Minuteman statue as the centerpiece, right? You gotta remind the people who they can thank for this wondrous, wondrous settlement.
Who's building these statues in the apocalypse, Dave? Which one of your settlers is like, that's his job? He's just carving out of marble.
Actually, it's pure copper too. It's so wasteful. It takes like 35 copper per statue.
It's not wasteful for your immersion.
Before we take a tour of the outer merchant area, which is where you can go if you don't have a background check that you've passed, let's just check out the defensive wall here. I decided to keep the cool manor walls. I like those wooden walls there. We'll go up the gate here. Got some heavy laser turrets that can watch the forest and the entrance road there. I love how this staircase that you'll see coming up right here looks. That kind of leads up to the to the guard tower. It ended up all rickety looking, and I absolutely love when things end up looking that like rickety and ramshackle. It pleases me.
Yeah, this is really cool.
I'll carefully climb up to the top of the tower here. Oh my, 22 FPS, turn easy. This is the guard shack. Just a few bits of ammo and you know, your latrine bucket for if you're on the night watch. Spotlight to watch over the road.
Bucket. And it's a crappy looking bucket too. Like it totally fits. Oh,
of course it is.
gosh.
You don't use a nice bucket for your latrine bucket.
Okay, no joke, Dave. Like what I'm already seeing right now, this looks like this is the coolest town I've seen in Fallout. I wish this was in Fallout 4. Honestly, this is way cooler than the towns I've seen. And they're pretty cool towns.
Yeah. I appreciate those kind words.
Joy is sitting behind me, and she's just giggling. She's looking, going, "Holy crap!"
Looking down over the main courtyard here, you can see the doctor's office, which we'll go to in a minute. A little bit of some corn farming going on, and then the bar and the hotel over there, which is also divided into tiers based on how much you're willing to pay for your room and if you've passed that background check. So we're going to climb on down the stairs here outside the guardhouse. Of course,
I have no words.
of course, the guardhouse is employees only. The market is a general area that's open to everyone. I mean, if you break the rules or commit a crime, there's plenty of turrets and guards to take care of you. You've got the weapons dealer here. Got to keep that rusty countertop clean. She's got like some storage back here.
I just realized something with all the turrets, Dave.
Yeah.
All your settlements have to be really annoying to live in. It's just hearing chunk, 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 like every day of your life.
The most popular item in the store is earplugs.
Yeah. Seriously.
This is the general trader. He's got just kind of like a canvas tent thing going on here. That's where you can just trade your basic supplies just inside of the courtyard here. And there's a turret like pointing at your back. I just realized it's like super close.
Wait, what's the seat up there for? Oh, is that steps?
It's steps, yeah, to go up to the statue. You want to go up and look, Joel? Just got some nice shrubbery going on here. The Minuteman statue. Now, of course, we have the large hotel. That's where you go if you have your background check and the caps to pay for the rooms. But if you don't have either of those,
Don't care much for good neighbor.
from this trader right here, you can rent a room in the budget shack. If you haven't managed to find any good items to trade out in the wasteland and you're low on caps, this is your best option and your best value. This is where you go if you could just afford a few caps a night and you don't have that background check. It's not super warm, not super comfy, but it, you know, protects you from the outside, and you can order food from inside. So there's that. Now,
Just opening up your vault armor.
this settlement actually has a problem with ghouls trying to attack. So if they make it over the walls, as always, I have tiered layers of security. Once the turrets and the guards take care of the ghouls, they're thrown away in the trash pit here. This is where I actually have to like collect all the bodies and dump them into the trash bin for collection to be taken outside of the settlement later. Got our artillery piece with some protective sandbags. Can you imagine that thing went off and you were like sleeping in that crappy shack? Like it would like rattle the walls. That would be awful. And also available to people who are just outside in the courtyard going past our small front garden here, we have the dock. So if you need some treatment, you've been out there looting and gotten beaten up a few times, you can come on in here, buy some stim packs.
That's awesome.
This dock is not super friendly looking like Sanctuary, you know? A little bit more military looking.
Not now.
Very well.
There's some reading materials for the waiting area. Someone's been paying with some caps. You got the dog tags for someone who didn't quite make it.
Now, you put all those little items on here.
Remember, Joel, this was an empty piece of pavement before. So literally everything that you see was placed one by hand.
Did you flip over some of the caps?
Yes.
Like, okay, what was your thinking on that? Just to be realistic?
Yeah, just to mix it up some. There's 2 different kinds you can place, flipped and not flipped. You got your radiation poster.
Yeah, Joe, yeah, he put all those. Oh, man.
I love these
Okay.
glass rooftops, too. Like, you got the nice natural light and the glass windows up front. Got your waiting area. We need more nurses and the happy kitty. Back here, we have a more utilitarian treatment area. Some games and dolls for the kids. Happy kittens again. And some basic medicine, microscopes and whatnot. Radiation need not be feared, but it must command
Like,
your
okay,
respect.
the bar soap. Did you place the bar soap?
Absolutely.
But I like how it's just like just hanging off. Like I'm thinking like that's realistic. You know, someone just leave it. And of
Yeah.
course,
You got your oxygen tank. And a mirror and medicine cabinet right there. And of course, there's an actual roof, and so the glass went back here for privacy purposes. And the privacy curtain. I'll go at the back door here. Even if you can't access the main hotel, we want to provide the necessities. You've got your water pump to fill up your canteen and whatnot out here at the central courtyard. Oh, dude, the frame rate drops. Holy crap. And also a water fountain up here. You can actually drink from it. Yeah.
okay, that's kind of awesome. Wait, do you have piping behind it, Dave?
I put it at a spot where there could be piping. You can't put things in walls, unfortunately.
Okay.
Now this is a staff entrance, hence the exit/entrance sign pointing that way. We'll come back around to that later. So we've seen the shops, the doctor, the shanty town you can rent rooms in, right?
Yeah.
This is the rest of the walls that overlook the forest outside. Great view of the coastline. Plenty of turrets.
Guy, raking.
So what we're going to look at next is the actual hotel, the bar, the gift shop and general store, my quarters, and the loft rooms, as well as the top
you have
patio.
your own quarters here too?
Of course, this is way east of Sanctuary.
You are like the freaking president. Like just everywhere you go, you get always the best place to stay.
Well, remember, I didn't have anything for Red Rocket because Sanctuary was close. But this is way off on the East Coast, so I need a place to stay. I deserve a place to stay.
I like the mirror ball.
Yeah, the key is to get the attention to the front of the hotel, right? So we go in right here, and this is where you are stopped for inspection. This is where your background check is checked. Basically, this is where we just really give you a once-over before you're allowed into the interior of CROUP Manor Hotel.
I like the portrait of George Washington.
You got a little scanner here. A little victory poster, some handcuffs, a bell for service. And then you'll appreciate this, Joel. This big arm thing that you'll see here in a second on the left, that's actually a radiation scanner. So even if you've passed your background check and whatnot, we make sure that you're not covered in radiation from being out in the wasteland before you're allowed into the hotel.
Oh, wow. Now, is this something new that you thought about, Dave? Because I don't remember you having one of these in Sanctuary.
They've been installed at Sanctuary now.
I figured they would be.
To the left, you can see the staff entrance to the CROUP Manor itself. The entire manor is actually staff only. It's for all the workers and the guards of the settlement. The hotel is for guests. Got our nice chandelier here, our liquor sign, and we have our general store and gift shop coming up next. This is where you can buy ammunition, you can buy pillows, you can buy board games, you can buy toothpaste, cigars, cigarettes, baseballs. This is everything
oh my
you need.
gosh, Dave.
This is everything
All
you
the
need.
stuff you put. Holy crap. How long did that wall take you, Dave?
Well, let me just break the wall down for you, Joel, because It's not as easy as just placing these one by one. I mean, that's like, what, 60 different object types alone? Probably over 100 objects placed, right? For the general store. But the shelves actually have collision only on the top. So what I had to do was glitch them on top of each other on the top shelf. And then I go into the console. I would select the placed object, and you'll see the console come up here in a second. And then I use
Oh my gosh.
mod POS, which is mod position, and then Z-axis, and let's say -15. And so using console commands, I can move things up and down on the shelf. And I did it multiple times per prop, per object on the entire shelf. I'd say 75% of these objects had to be manually positioned using the console. Just nudging them bit by bit by bit. And of course, the gift shop / store has to be divided into sections: clothing, tools, and general supplies and
Lost
sports.
track of how many blisters I got.
Sports. But seriously, like, how long did this segment actually probably take you, Dave?
Just the general store alone?
Just the general store alone.
Well, I do passes just like you do in level design. Like I'll do the structure pass, then a furniture pass, then a decorating pass, then an adjustment decorating pass, and then a final pass. So, I mean, there's a system.
And then a final master version file pass.
Then a Dave pass, a final immersion pass.
But like, okay, if you could add up all the time you spent probably in this one room, what just to give me an idea.
Probably 4 hours.
Oh my, jeez.
This is actually good timing too, because with the sun setting, we have a nice view out here in the balcony of the sunset.
Oh, that's really nice looking. The creepy neighborhood to the right.
yeah, dude. Aren't you glad you're not living out there?
Yeah. Although it's a little scary, dude. Okay, I would be a sniper up in that building, Dave. I feel like you need to fix that, Dave.
That's why there's a guard post looking in every possible direction, and all of my guards, Joel, on the walls are equipped with scopes, and most of them thermal scopes.
Oh, nice. All right, that's good. I feel safer now. I drink my Nuka-Cola.
I mean, no settlement defenses are going to be perfect, but I do try and give my guards the tools that they need to actually do a good job.
or you'll flay them.
The dungeon settlement's next. Just a nice, quiet, but secure and safe bar. Get Nuka-Cola, beer, corn. We actually grow tons of supplies here in the settlement, which you can see out back here. There's planters, there's corn, there's tomatoes, there's mut fruit. And the idea is that thanks to the walls and the 3 tiers of security the walls are based on, we're actually pretty self-sufficient in here, even if we got besieged for a while until help arrived. Oh.
Dave, I'm curious. When you build these, obviously, you're using the construction, the construction tool, or I mean, like the mode where you're just like building stuff. But in your mind, in your immersion, are you building it with hammers and nails over periods of weeks?
Joel, I am the general. In my mind, my settlers are building it with hammers and nails.
I mean, yeah.
As I watch.
Your settlers, but I'm like, I'm just curious. Is that your immersion as you're building? You're just thinking like, my settlers are like building with hammers and nails. You could hear in your head the chung 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 chung. You know what?
I definitely start with the foundation and work my way up. So I mean, it's kind of how you have to build. But
wait, do you not have a radio in there? Do you have a radio in the diner for music?
yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, of course. I was like, did I catch you on something? Did you not have a radio in the diner? Dang it.
Come on now, Joel. The radio is easy. I even used the console to get this planter up on top of the table in the dining room.
That's awesome.
So what we're going to do next, Joel, we're going to come back around to all the employee sections. But here's a look at the back of the hotel. We're going to go up to my quarters and the exclusive loft, the most expensive room in the hotel. And to do that, we're going to use our working elevator here, which is apparently controlled by Mr. Teddy here. So we're going to go up 4 stories, start at the top, and come back down, and I'll show you how the tiers of the hotel works.
He's got the elevator working by a little teddy bear. It's got like a little teddy bear by this little, like, slave labor!
So that brings us up to the top balcony.
That's awesome. Just sitting there like, what floor would you like to go to?
Get the exit sign in the elevator so you can find it at night.
Oh, wow.
Get this awesome glass deck here. You step out and look straight down at the cliffs over the ocean.
Dude, you are a rich mother effer.
Dude, I am the general of the Minutemen. We control this region.
This is awesome.
You get a great view of the lighthouse,
God.
right? And you can see here where, if you remember, Joel, this roof right here is the one on the manor that was completely destroyed. I have completely rebuilt this rooftop.
Oh my gosh.
We'll head that way in a minute. These are the stairs right here that lead up to my quarters and the exclusive loft. And this is the desk where my guards are usually stationed. I'm not sure where he's heading right now. Where your ID is checked to make sure that you are actually renting that room to go upstairs. Danger, high voltage, restricted area, all that good stuff. This is the reactor room, and I really like how this turned out. I used these like tubular sections to kind of create shielding for the two small fusion reactors. And they actually fit super well. Little control panel there. And that's the main power source, very well protected for the hotel. And, you'll see this later, the heat output from the reactors actually helps to heat the building. But we'll come back to that.
You know, I noticed you say something like, I'm actually really proud of how this, like, is there any section you're not proud of, Dave? Because you would not finish, you would not stop until you're proud of that section.
Yes, there have actually been sections, Joel, that front entrance to the hotel, I rebuilt it completely, like ripped all of it out and rebuilt it 3 times until I was happy with it. Like, tore everything out, rebuilt it. So we're going to head up the stairs here. This is the exclusive glassed-in deck for the loft. Nice, quiet view of the ocean. In the display case, I have an Institute rifle, disarmed, of course, that I stole from an Institute mission. Very proud of that capture. And through this door right here, we have the loft. A very nice bed. A little small, but very exclusive, very comfortable, very warm. They, of course, have their own bathroom, their own shower, all that good stuff. Cut that
You
light
must
on
be
so we can
very
see.
confident of your guards. It's like I'm gonna sneak up, Dave, in a little rowboat with like a giant, with the nuke boy, or what's the fat man? I think. Yeah.
The fat man.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna be sleeping like, oh, it's so cozy in here.
Let's not forget, Joel, that nothing in the old world was safe from nukes either, so I feel like I'm doing okay here. This is the door to my quarters. I have an office encased in glass overlooking the lighthouse with the best view of the bay, as you do. I'll turn off my, UI here.
Dude, your office.
I'm getting my coffee, some ammo, my watch, some nice pile of cash there. I mean, cash is mostly worthless, but you know, I'm from before the war. I like how cash looks on a pile.
Are you keeping the same motif of the compass, Dave, or is that a watch you said? Or
It's a watch, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
it's a watch. You keep the same motif. Is that basically the same watch you bring everywhere, or is it multiple watches?
Multiple watches, Joel. The Minutemen have to be on time. We're the Minutemen. Click on the light here. There we go. Now we can see a bit
Dude,
more.
you're recreating Mad Men here right now. The amount
Yeah,
of bottles
dude,
of liquor.
how posh is this office right here, right?
I was about to say, does that light turn on? Of course it does. I was just...
Joel, you'll learn one day. Got my liquor. Great view down at the patio on the rooftop and down into the gardens and the shore there.
This is magnificent.
I'm pretty sure that the pink textures happen when you've got too many different textures being loaded into memory and the game runs out of extra memory for those textures. Got some ammo, my own personal radio on the shelf. Over here, got my lunchbox. Notice how I have the clean glasses from a vault, probably. Fallout shelter sign. Got my reading light. Now over here, I have my my lounge. I've got my nice lounge chair, nice plant. I've got a fancy radio.
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic bed. Gotta love that bed. Got my weapons rack. And then my own personal bathroom with my own sink,
Wait,
toilet.
how did you get art from New Vegas in here?
Mods can do
Crazy.
anything.
Wait, so they know about the what were those characters called?
The Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers. Okay.
Yeah, it's all the legends, Joel. Come on.
The legends. Okay. Yeah, I was just like, wait a second, that seems a little immersion breaking, Dave. How do they know about that?
Got my own walk-in shower. Very fancy. And check out this view right here, Joel. Look at this view. I can see all the way to the airport and downtown Boston over the courtyard from my window here.
That pleases you so much, doesn't it?
With bulletproof glass, of course.
Yeah.
A little bit of a overhang there to keep the rain off. So that's my quarters, my loft, my office, my lounge, and then the loft you can rent. Definitely the most expensive room in the whole place. Before we go down a level, we've already seen the power plant. Let's carefully walk down this rickety staircase here, and you can see where I used individual floor pieces here to seal in this rooftop. I actually did this before I had the collision mods I use now to help kind of fudge where you can place things. So I just basically had to like rapidly press E and just glitch place these to seal this roof up. It took forever to seal this roof up, but we ended up with this nice little walkway here that goes right up towards our staff quarters, which we'll get to in just a bit. We're going to focus on the hotel. I've actually had to turn the recruitment beacon off because too many people showed up here to live.
It's a popular place to be.
Let's get around this work light here, and we'll go out on this catwalk. And before we go back into the hotel, I'll show you the patio. The patio is something that everyone can access if you've paid for the higher tier rooms or the loft. It's a great view back at the hotel there. Got some patio chairs. Oh, someone's been eating a melon up here, it looks like. Great view of the Commonwealth. And just for surplus power, an extra solar panel right here. Has some batteries under there to store the power at night.
Oh my gosh.
You'll notice with the power that I actually have multiple backup power systems. So there's solar, there's wind, there's fusion, and there's also some diesel in the back garden.
Hey Dave, how do you reach the top of that wind turbine at the way top of the building?
You'll have to use a ladder to climb up. I'll hop on the solar panel here. Behind that security desk, you can actually get out onto that patio right there. Take a ladder up, and then a ladder up. But would not want to have that job. That would suck. Woo. So let's head off this rickety rooftop patio. Plenty of glass so you can look right down into the back garden.
Oh my gosh. Place looks really scary to live too. It's like, is it gonna hold?
Yeah, I love how, like, I'm not a big fan of heights, yet I have a glass office and all these glass catwalks, like, over this giant cliffside. I actually added a mod that gave the spotlight shadows, so I love how that looks. That really lights up the top roof there. For security.
And my immersion.
Now, below the nice little patio we had for the loft, we have an open deck here. Someone's been smoking their cigar.
Ooh, have they?
And got another pocket watch there. So cigarette, box of cigars. This one's open air, a little bit chillier, but just a great view of the ocean. So from here, we're going to head down to the second tier of rooms. Or I guess this would actually be the third tier. I'll explain what that means in a second, but you can see we got a heat vent here where the excess heat from the fusion generators is used to help heat the building. Open up the access door. Here on the third floor, we have the shower room. We got multiple showers, soap, scrubbers, drainage, and tile to help control the water. I think, yeah, there's like a toilet in the corner back here.
Dave, I love how you put the like the mats down and you don't put them down like nicely.
Yeah, of course.
Just Yeah, just like in real life, they all get kicked around. Like
Yeah.
that is some of the most impressive stuff I think. At least that I think is really really impressive.
It's all about that mat placement.
Well, because it's like, oh my, like, because I mean that takes a lot of things. Because I think when you create something, you have the choice to make everything 100% perfect. You know what I mean?
But that's not how real life works, especially over time and in the apocalypse.
Yeah, and I think that's it looks really cool because I'm like, oh yeah, that looks really nice. Wait, you placed that,
So here's the counter and the bench for the shower room. Get some cleaner, a hairbrush, some rat poison, and of course a Minuteman flag to remind them who they can thank for all this wondrous
so
stuff.
much propaganda.
It is. It really is.
It is just full of propaganda. It's like everywhere you go, like eating a sandwich, propaganda. Taking a crap, propaganda right in front of you.
Actually, you're not wrong, because across from the flags, I actually built this nice little overhang here for some extra toilet stalls.
Wow.
And then an extra sink right there for those.
Oh, question.
Yes.
Why did you put the toilet paper one on one side, one on the opposite side?
Why?
Yeah.
Just because this one actually would not clip to this wall right here, so I just put it on that wall.
Well, I mean, I was just curious because I'm like, obviously they're opposite, and I'm like, what were you thinking then?
And also, they look visually pleasing when they're on opposite sides.
There it is.
And the reason I had mentioned that these are actually the third tier of rooms is because the rooms on this floor, which is the third floor, are actually a little bit lower cost than the ones directly below. Because the rooms here are shared and also share, the showers and the toilets, these are the cheapest interior rooms if you've passed your background check. They're nice, but just nothing super fancy. This one's a single unit here. Another great view past the elevator of the lighthouse outside. And this is kind of cool right here. This is a very small loft room, but this one's a little bit more expensive because of the privacy. It's kind of nice though. You got a nice bed.
It's a little slightly scary entrance to get in. You're like a little bit drunk, leaving the room, fall down the steps.
I mean, it is called a loft for a reason.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, I would love staying in a room like this where you kind of have to climb up to get into it. It's reminds me of a bunk bed setup or something. So yeah, this floor in general though is the least expensive of the interior hotel rooms. Going down a floor, we have the rest of our dining area with the cigarette machine, some storage behind the stairs.
A quick question about your crafting: Are there areas that you don't like crafting the most, or or you don't like it as I guess it's the least favorite of your crafting
Least favorite?
areas? Because for me, I like when I would be crafting, I would really enjoy doing a bar, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then I would literally nah, I don't even care about the bathrooms, just because that sounds really boring to me to craft. But to you, every little section is detailed. So when you're oh, I gotta do the bathroom area, or each area, it's I'm crafting. It's the best thing ever.
Well, actually, I would say that the bathroom is one of my favorite things to actually craft because you have to be a little bit more unusual in your placement. You have to have it a little bit separate, right, for sanitation, airflow, and all that stuff. You also have to, at least in the back of your mind, if you want to, which I do, in your mind, leave room for things like plumbing. You can't just have a toilet right over someone's room or something. You need to have some floor space for plumbing. And a lot of people don't do stuff like, plumbing, and it's a very real thing that a settlement would have, bathrooms and showers and stuff. So I actually really enjoy those. For me, my least favorite is actually probably the rooms, just because there's only so much you can do for sleeping quarters and hotel rooms, because they're pretty bare bones and basic. But even then, I enjoy them less, but I still enjoy them. These rooms being not sharing a floor with all the bathrooms and showers, and also being totally sealed off, are a bit more expensive. You got your nice dining area right here, some nice decks overlooking the shoreline once again. Mind your step, don't fall out into the cliffs. And I gotta show you this one, Joel. See that first aid kit right there?
Yeah.
Think that's just a prop? Nope. Wait. One of my settlers stole my stim packs. That's awesome.
Just like real life, Dave. You got somebody in there stealing.
Someone's probably like, I might need one of these one day, that'd be a Dave thing to do. Like, I show up at the hotel, pay for my room, steal the general public medical supplies out of the box. Oh, well, there are worst impacts in there. That's awesome. Got some food and drink. A nice little lounge area here with some more secure decks. And get your trash can and whatnot. And this hallway right here is the last couple of rooms you can rent. These being that second tier as far as expense goes, being a little bit more expensive. They got some nice furniture, some nice paintings, and they're pretty private rooms, you know. About this one here.
I just want to know who's leaving those caps around the living rooms, on tables. Someone's careless of their money. It's probably you actually. You have so much money, you just like leave random caps around for children to collect.
It's only 4 caps. Looks like someone was betting on the board game Tisk Tisk.
Dave, was that the reason?
Yeah, it was.
It looks like someone was doing that. Gee, I wonder who plays that.
And because I've placed so many lights in a dense area, I actually have to do a quick thing here to fix the spotlights because the game is no longer rendering the spotlights, it's trying to cull lights. That won't do. Give me my spotlight. There we go. That's more like it.
Oh my god.
I love how bright they are now thanks to a mod that I'm using. They actually look like spotlights. So that's a great way to keep the forest outside the walls secure. And if you look down, like, that's a steep drop off the walls. Like, there's no way anyone's getting up that wall.
Man.
Coming out of the front entrance here, we have just a real simple guard overlook. Yeah, goodies on station tonight.
Yes?
Notice the scope and the nice laser rifle. This is the guard shack.
Did you build all those weapons, or you just have like a crap ton of them now?
Generally, they're weapons that I've pulled off of, say, gunners, and I might modify a thing or two, give them like a nicer stock or something. But most of them are just, they come with some nice mods, and I select them to give to my settlers.
Every time you say "my settlers," I can hear the immersion flowing through you.
And there's his bed and nightstand and chair for whoever's on duty for the night. And I'll show you this little access hallway right here and stairwell. Leads down, and we're back in front of the general store. In the front entrance where he's still on station for background checks. To show you the manor, what we're going to do is once again start from the top. I'm just going to run up through. Oh, and this is also the staircase that comes up from the general store to the first layer of rooms in the loft.
Gosh, I feel like it's Dark Souls levels where it's like, oh, that's where the ladder comes out from.
Oh, and while we're talking about other entrances, this hallway here with all the paintings and the nice plants and of course the mats, it actually leads out to the back here into the garden and where the elevator is. Little access hallway in the back.
Oh, nice.
I'm really happy with just how like non-blocky this turned out. If you notice, I've added in custom wooden arch supports to actually make it look real, and it helps to break up the block shapes to make it look like it was something that was built from the ground up, bit by bit, overhang by overhang. Make it feel more legitimate. And you can also see on the underside of that deck work that we were on the catwalk, they all have custom bracing there too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my guard with the headlamp there was lighting up the back. That was awesome. Anyway, let's go back up to the top. We'll start from the patio and check out the CROUP Manor Hotel employee only / Minuteman only section where all of my staff and Minutemen work. We'll come down the stairs here. And if you guys remember to the beginning of the video, almost everything in this entire house was like, holes in the wall. There was not a single complete wall. So I've rebuilt this wall, added some windows. This is our nice sitting area here. And this is where there were actually, you can kind of see some light through even those boards. There's a giant hole in the floor here, which is now patched up. Got some nice listening chairs for the radio. Great view out the window of the courtyard.
Just to see where you are.
Notice how you can see the Minuteman statue from like every angle. Just a reminder. Remember who to thank.
Dave, if this was real and people left this place without personally thanking you, you would probably hire like a hitman to go and take them out.
They would get a demerit on their background check. Not thankful. And this is the uppermost of the staff sleeping quarters. Nothing too fancy. Just some nice paintings and flags. A little notice board. Nice lighthouse picture there at their lamp. And some fans to help circulate the heat and the cool air during the day. Oh, yeah, and this entire floor here, whoops, you can actually see over in this corner was like this. Like, this floor was destroyed completely. I had to rebuild, it's like almost half of it to make room for my settlers to sleep. That's our sitting room up top. And the sleeping quarters. I feel like the head there, it just feels like something that should be in a manor, you know? Coming downstairs here, we have the second level, which is mostly sleeping quarters, some work desks, some storage.
Is that paperwork or laundry or towel?
It's clean linens for the beds and the linen basket.
Okay.
Nice water jug right there for my thirsty workers. A few toys and whatnot for the kids.
Maybe you're
that
so
don't
possessive
exist.
of when you say my workers, my thirsty workers, my settlers. It's so possessive.
Oh, here we go. You can actually see that rooftop section, the underside of it, like, yeah, it was essentially gone. And then the sleeping quarters was this right here. Turn my light so you guys can see better. Yeah, it was just a mess. Like, you could actually fall through it in most places, and I've gone through and not only sealed it up, but that's pretty rain-proof. That's like layered.
Oh my gosh, it just hurts me thinking how much time this would take to do this.
This floor right here was a hole that led down to the dining room, just a gigantic hole, and now it's a safe place to sleep. Thanks to the Minutemen. Thanks, Mr. Washington. Your ideals still ring true today.
You would turn into a tyrant. You start off like really nice, and you think you're being nice, but no, Dave. You would probably be a horrible person to work for.
It's quite
Everything
possible.
has to be absolutely immaculate. Like you would like be whipping people every day for people who wouldn't appreciate your work.
This whole back corner of the house was actually like collapsed, so I had to rebuild all the walls and parts of the floor to make room for my gun bench here. I can work on the old guns.
Oh, do you have a switch for that light right up there? Where was it?
Let me exit my station here. Which light?
The one right above the weapons.
No, that one's always on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From here, we're going to head down the corner staircase, which is where we have a lot of our interior workers, like our laundry and our kitchen. That's right, hotels gotta have a laundry, right?
Yes, they do.
You got our washing machine, which is old and barely works. I imagine it consumes, like, disgusting amounts of electricity, too. We also have an ironing board and a bathtub for some good old-fashioned hand washing. Got some linens, some candles for extra light. A warning, because the electric had to come in this window. It was the only window it would come in, and so it's just kind of there. A folding table for the clean linens.
A little sign. Do not move this desk.
Yeah.
It's holding up the power for the whole house.
The whole downstairs just goes out. Clothes hamper here and a clothes rack for drying. There's actually a clothesline outside that I can show you later. moving into the central part of the house. Now you remember, Joel, we had a separate wall and separate doors to get inside of this part of the compound, right? Into the hotel,
Yeah.
the garden. Additionally, the house itself can be secured completely. Like every door can be locked up, and this can be like a third tier of defense against attack. So you can fall back to the courtyard, then fall back to the hotel and the gardens, and then fall back to CROUP Manor itself for security. This is our kitchen, and the bureau here helps to block the old, which is also metal sheet boarded up, front door. And this is more of an industrial sized kitchen, not quite as messy with food as the prison was, or over at my house at Sanctuary. Just lots of room for prep to make food for both the workers, the settlers, the Minutemen, and the guests at the CROUP Manor Hotel.
I like that you actually made it a pretty big kitchen to support that many people. Whoa,
Yeah.
what are they cooking over there?
Over here?
Yeah.
Just not sure. Oh, it's empty right now.
No. There was like steaks on the burner. It looked like.
Oh yeah,
Like
I'm not sure what
sliced
kind of
pieces.
steak that is actually. Well, I guess I can look and see. Let's see. It's rad scorpion steak. Delicious. And this made me laugh so hard. I had to leave this. This ghoul got glitched in the ceiling of the dining room when I first unlocked the settlement. And the way his arms and head like smashed against the floor, he got stuck. And like I couldn't get him out. I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. I'm just going to leave him. So we had this like dead feral ghoul just hanging over the dining room. It makes me
It's a
laugh.
great smell. A nice aroma during eating.
We just spray him down with Lysol before meals. He's kind of like our mascot. You just kind of you like knock his leg for good luck before you head out of the settlement.
yeah, it's like football teams, you know.
Yeah,
Smack their hands against the top of
smack the ghoul leg on the way out of the settlement.
off the way to taking over another village by the Minutemen.
I couldn't get rid of these annoying railings, and I wanted there to be a walkway through here that led to the general store and whatnot. So I built some little stairs here where you can actually just walk over the railing, and actually it works pretty well. Just kind of up it over, and this is that staff entrance that I showed you before out front at the corn. Close that back up.
Wow.
We're gonna go around here, and we're gonna wrap things up by going through the back gardens and then the utility areas. To keep the hotel basically completely self-sufficient, we have packed this entire back garden with mut fruit, corn, and tomatoes. So any space that's not used for walking is used for the garden.
Yeah.
This is the guy that lit up the back of the house with his searchlight earlier. You have a great view here of the back cliffside. And there's actually turrets outside of the wall, too. So if any,
You know what I call a good
nasties come out of the water, then they have to come up the cliff, face the turrets, then face the wall. And additionally, if you notice in the back of the manor, there's laser turrets on the platform to add additional support down at like a 45-degree angle for anyone trying to scale over the walls.
Oh my gosh.
And Joel, did you not notice my notices earlier? How did you miss this? Occasionally, for extra detail, I've added like posters and old notices that have been put up on the walls around the settlement. Come on now, get with it.
Dude, I don't have too much to say. Like it's just ridiculous.
Have I finally rendered you totally speechless, Joel? Like, are you actually out of complaints?
Well, I'm at the point where I'm like, and now I know what to expect. Like my mind is blown, but now it's going in a different direction where it's just kind of like, like just thinking, okay, I'm thinking from your perspective, I'm thinking, all right, the next settlement I'm doing, I got to do this all over again. Like that's what I'm thinking. It makes me, my head hurts. Dude, this is nuts, man.
You can see my light up there in my office with all the glass.
You picture yourself up there right now, don't you? Like working on paperwork and stuff.
Leading the Minutemen, checking backgrounds. This corner guard tower lets us look towards the center of the Commonwealth. And I actually mentioned this to you earlier, Joel. See that dock right over there?
Yeah.
The game has stopped rendering distance level of detail models in that cell, that neighboring cell, because of how much I have packed into this cell. that dock, even at this distance, used to have just some like blocky containers and stuff on it. Now it's just totally bare, empty concrete terrain and nothing else. It used to be covered in containers and cars, even at this distance. Now there's nothing. The game is like not rendering things because it's rendering all of this madness.
It's going into survival mode.
Basically. I mean, this engine can take it all. It's pretty impressive. Here we have the back garden with some paint, some supplies.
How many farmers do you have?
Quite a lot.
Oh, is this someone stuck behind the door?
Yeah, he was.
Playing hide and go seek.
Can we trade a few things?
No, I don't want to trade. No. Oh, I have to go into... get him out of that corner. He's bugging me. Get to work, slacker. No, don't attack. Just go walk over there. I love these new walls I have too, where I can actually put windows in the walls. Makes it look pretty legit for a greenhouse.
My back hurts. My feet.
And this is the kind of rest area for the gardeners. You've got a radio, lamp, an old but comfy couch, the tool racks here, and the rest of our gardening supplies. Okay, who left the exterior access door open? Are you kidding me?
Probably the same guy who's leaving the caps around.
Probably. I actually had to add that door because this settlement has a glitch in the base version of the game that I, of course, still have in my overloaded settlement, where settlers will get stuck down here in the water. So I added this door so that whenever they wander back up from the coast, they can come in this door, and they actually do. But they leave it open, and it really bothers me.
And I imagine that's not just a little bothering, Dave. It's probably like really bothering for you.
Like, if there's a mod where I can lock doors, I'm gonna get it as soon as possible.
Then how are people ever gonna walk around?
I'll leave them outside. They're too dumb to come inside.
Davis, you're our tyrant. No one's allowed to go inside unless you open the door for them.
Time for an intelligence check on the background checks. It's one of my settlers here that does scrap gathering for extra supplies to build the next settlement. So once again, I am building these with actual supplies.
How did she know? What was she doing right there?
She was like working on this piece of sheet metal right here with a blowtorch.
But how did she know to do that?
She's assigned to the station.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, hey, did you like hack something so that someone would do that animation?
No, that's actually a vanilla object. You can get these and they'll actually add junk to your workshop, which is very useful if you're building as much crap as I'm building. This is my workshop underneath the old canopy here. Got my armor workbench, my backpack workbench, and you can actually... oh, who opened that door? That was creepy. This diesel generator right here helps to provide extra power in case of an interruption. Say there's an attack and some of the lines go down. We'll still have power for the air raid siren here. And this door right here, which is of course employees only, leads back to that second floor sleeping quarters. Every layer has extra doors, extra security. Layered defenses are the key, in my imagination. And this door right here leads out to the alleyway with some security fence next to the doctor's office. And we're back out in the front courtyard at long last. And the sun has actually come back up completely during that tour. It went down and came back up. But yeah, Joel, that is the CROUP Manor Hotel. Rooms for rent, protected by the Minutemen.
So the last thing I would ask is, roughly how long did it take you to make this?
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm gonna guess probably like 20 hours, 30 hours.
If you count the amount of time that I fast travel buying every last shipment of steel and wood that I could get my hands on, we'll count that too. I'd say between 30 and 35 hours.
Jeez.
I'm going to end these tours as I always do, and we're going to simulate an attack. Probably a Queen Mirelurk, and maybe some raiders afterwards.
Sure, let's add a couple raiders.
But before that, I'll just give you a free cam and give you an idea of the scale of this monstrosity. Look at that thing hanging over the cliffside.
One well-placed bomb, the whole thing goes into the sea.
Well, you'd think that, but actually outside of the balconies, a lot of the foundation is concrete. So you have to do some serious work. Also, this guy didn't watch his step out of the balcony. Wait, he just like fell over injured. He's drowning right now. Okay, that's it. I'm adding that intelligence check.
I saw him earlier in the video.
Yeah, I think he fell off a balcony. The pathfinding is not great, but I really can't
leave him
complain
there.
too much
Just
about
leave
it. Oh, he's getting left there.
Just leave him.
Dude, the lights look so awesome from out here in the rain. All the glass. That's probably why the frame rate is so bad. Oh wow, you can see all the lights on the inside of CROUP Manor too. So there's actually a Queen Mirelurk that spawns just down the street from the settlement. So I'm gonna go grab her and bring her back, but even though I don't have as many defenses as Sanctuary, I think the settlement's gonna do okay defensively.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because even if, say, someone leaves this door open, Joel, you know me. I've planned for this, right? I know that my settlers aren't always the most careful. You see the door open, right? Like you're some raider hiding down here in the rocks. Somehow none of the snipers or turrets have spotted you, right? You somehow sprint past all the guards and turrets. Let's say you make it through the door, right? Let's say you're a really good raider with lots of armor. You come around this corner right here. Shotgun turret pointed right at both doors. Dead. Let's go ahead and grab that Queen Mirelurk from down here at the church. Come at me. There we go. What level are you? Level 50, that's more like it. Come on over to the new settlement. Chase me, Mirelurk, chase me. Dude, that thing is huge.
Yeah, that thing's massive.
So it looks like the defenses won't engage all the way out to the street. We'll have to get them going up the front road.
There's all those trees.
Yeah. They want a clear shot for the kill. Well, these poor birds are about to get it. Nope. Missile turret is active. There go the lasers. She's pissed. She's pissed. Oh, she's in chunks. Well, that was...
Well, yeah, that didn't last long.
Yeah, she didn't even make it up the driveway. So let's spawn some raiders. Joel, have you seen the actual raider encampment floating on the ships just near CROUP Manor out there?
Yeah, that old ship. Like, it's kind of like... Yeah, I've been to it. That's really cool.
It's a floating city, so this is actually a legitimate immersion thing. So the raiders have decided to come attack this cushy Minuteman settlement.
Take it for
All
themselves.
20 of them. Ow! Ow! They're beating the crap out of me. Oh, they have melee weapons mostly. The spotlight sees them. No, don't do it, you fools! Joel, it's a massacre. Okay, so they were too low level. That was horrifying. Oh, the shotgun from inside is firing at them now. Dude, did you see the one fly through the trees?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give them a higher level one because that missile turret... It's just body parts.
Dave, spawn 30. Just do it. Just break the
Okay.
system.
Okay, here we go. Oh geez, the lag. Follow me, boys. To Valhalla.
Dave, run inside the building so they stop attacking you.
I'm going in. Close the door behind me. Here come my settlers. Oh, they're bombing the spotlight. Dude, that laser turret is like vibrating and it's firing so fast. Oh, he got melted. Laser turret's down. Can you see them all down there, Joel? The spotlight?
Yeah.
So these guys are level Level 30, so they're decently leveled. Alright, gun turrets down, laser turrets down. Still a lot of raiders left.
There it goes.
The spotlight's still working though. Oh, the shotgun turret I have out here in the rocks. Let me run over here so you can see. They just killed it. But when you climb up these rocks right here, Joel, there's a shotgun turret just watching the outside wall.
Like that one guy shooting through.
All these spotlights look awesome. There's a huge firefight happening on this side. We're getting pretty close to the walls.
Can we even get in?
Uh-oh. We have some inside? I hear shots. And he's like clearing the house. He's checking.
You're so proud, aren't you?
Wait, no one set off the alarm yet. Everyone's too busy fighting outside the walls.
When do we need to use the alarm? No one.
It is kind of obvious what's happening. Ooh, they're bombing the fence now. So it looks like a lot of the main turrets, including the missile and the advanced laser turret, are now damaged, but the central laser turret that overlooks the courtyard, it's still working just fine. You just can't see much. Ooh.
No, can they actually get into the walls? Like, can they open the doors?
Yeah, they can. And actually, I'm going to open the doors for them so they can try and get in, and also so that the rest of the turrets can see out. Yep, there, that worked. Oh, look at the Minutemen up there on the platform firing out too. Get him, boys!
So proud saying that.
I'm actually pretty impressed with the pathfinding right now. It's working pretty well. For how much I've abused this game, it's still functioning. You know what it's time for, Joel? You know what it's time for? We've got artillery support for a reason. Fire in the hole! Clear the gates! Oh, you guys are about to get rolled. Yeah, it looks like 30 raiders was definitely enough to overwhelm the outer defenses, at least as far as turrets go. That's why we have artillery. Oh!
Whoa, man.
Oh, that's a little close. I forgot I have a mod that increases the power of the artillery. I'm falling back. It blew up my own water pump in here. Going into free cam to watch this madness. They're still out in the woods. We get more shots firing? There goes one. Oh! These guys just exploded into little parts. There's just bits of body hitting trees.
Now, will these bodies slowly disappear after a while?
After a long while.
You're gonna have like this crazy war.
Oh!
Is there?
I still hear a few of them shouting, but I think that's basically it. Those last few shots really spread things out. Look at this. Let's just go up in the air. Look at the smoke.
How long do they keep on firing from the artillery? Holy crap.
Okay, I'm hearing a few more shots. Let me go down and see who's left. How many we got left? Oh, actually, Joel, the attack is over. Let me turn off the siren. you can't hear audio, but there's distant shots happening. That's actually a gunfight happening in the next town over. I love like the just dynamic stuff like that happens. Yeah, the attack is most definitely over.
My goodness.
It's just wow.
I've made so many poor choices.
I hope they were all wearing dog tags. Tied to every limb. So there you have it, Joel. CROUP Manor Hotel and its artillery defense. You know, you're right, though. It really is hard to assault up that hill with all the rocks. There's lots of cover, but it's still uphill, you know?
Yeah, and all your guns are shooting downhill at them. Right into their faces.
Even if they were able to make it inside the walls, there's so many tiers of defenses after that, they were only able to take out the outer turrets, and there were still turrets on the inside firing.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
As always, guys, thank you for coming out to experience this ridiculousness. Thank you, Joel, for being subjected to it once again. And if you guys have ideas for further settlements in this chain of the Minutemen Empire settlements, let me know in the comments. I've got a list going. I kind of want to have infrastructure set up across the entire Commonwealth. I like the idea of a courthouse, maybe a prison on the island, and we'll see what else we get going after this.
What will you think of next, Dave? What will you spend the next 60 hours of your time on?
You'll see. You'll see. I'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
On a night like this, when the stars are bright and the moon is high in the sky, if we steal a kiss by the candlelight, we might just begin to let love in.